Hey Pisces, welcome to your February 2017 love reading. My name is Dre. These are your messages. This is going to be like a love soul reading, just only depending, I mean, solely dependent on like the past readings I did. You guys are six, so like the first five, it's love focus, of course, but I feel like there's just more to it. So this is just going to be like a love soul reading, I guess. Excuse me. I'm actually, this is my second take because I had a distraction or an interruption earlier. So the card's already out, but I want to say a few things. I'm using three decks. This first deck is the Tarot of the Holy Light. It's a wonderful deck. And I'm also using Whispers of Love Oracle deck just to sort of broaden out the love messages in this reading. I'll also be giving readings, a personal private reading or whatever. Just email me. I'll leave my email down in the description box. And we can get started from there. They're going to be discounted for all of February because I'm pre-recording them because I'm working and I'm going to school and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going. I'm trying to figure out how that goes. Excuse me. So if I get positive feedback, I'll keep doing those until the summer. Well, when I have a little bit more time to do them via Skype and via FaceTime, which is what I really want to do. So yeah, I'm doing those now. Sorry if I seem a little off. That kind of really rattled me. You get in a mode and you want to stay in that mode. So yes, before I get into this, let's go into the last reading. There's definitely like inner conflict, inner turmoil. And the main thing about that reading that struck out was the fact that we had the Hermit, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles in the center all reversed. As well as the Ace of Swords reversed and the Five of Wands. It was just, there's this energy of you having to own up to something or come to grips with something, not fighting back, but owning up to something and really realizing your worth and realizing what you will and will not take from somebody. I didn't, excuse me, I didn't get it in explicitly like, if it was a love relationship. It was more about yourself, Pisces. It was more about building yourself back up and getting yourself together, realizing some things in order to overcome this hurdle, in order to build a foundation within you or without you that's been severely lacking, or at least not up to your standards, not up to what you deserve. So now with this reading, at the bottom of the deck, when I pulled the cards, we have the Moon reversed. The center, we have the Page of Discs. We also have the Hangman reversed. Or no, he's upright, excuse me. We have the Ten of Wands reversed. The Nine of Pentacles reversed again, except in this deck it's discs. We have the King of Discs. Strength in reverse. The Sun, which in this deck is ruled by Pisces. We have Judgment reversed. And we have the Ten of Discs reversed. This card, which is like my favorite card in the deck, reversed. And we have the Eight of Wands reversed. Okay, so this is a pretty significant reading. In the Whispers of Love deck, I pulled, actually I don't remember. I love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person deserving all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. I didn't even read this before I stopped recording the first time. Wow, so yeah, beautiful. So yeah, there's a fundamental shift happening, Pisces, and you're in the mood to take on that change. You're in the mood, you're ready to like get it started. Excuse me. with regards to a love relationship. You're ready to take this to the next level, or at least strip away the pretense that's involved with this relationship. I'm really getting a feeling like, because the moon is reversed here, I remember it was reversed at the top of the January reading. So I'm still thinking this is an energy that we're working with, where we have to slowly open our eyes up to this new reality, we have to open our eyes up to acknowledging that things cannot continue as they are, because at the very depth of us, within our very being, we know that we can't continue living with this person like this anymore. But it's ultimately, it's on you again, Pisces, because I see this Hangman reverse, or this Hangman upright, excuse me. So it's like, the time right now is proper. It's important for you to realize that a sacrifice has to be made. To realize that if you haven't realized by now that there's a lot of unhealthy patterns that you've been attached to, a lot of self-sabotage that you've been engaging in, it's important to realize that it's okay for you to slow down, and it's okay for you to just take the time that you need in order to really assess where you want. If you're single, trying to find somebody to figure out where you want to take that and how you want that to go, even though we can't control that, things just sort of happen. But it's sort of, maybe this Hangman is more like trying to see things from an entirely different perspective. It's hard for us to be objective, at least when it comes to trying to view ourselves and our habits and our patterns, because we are who we are. But if we know that something has to change, and if our environment around us is changing in a way where opportunity seems possible, or finding somebody new seems possible, or putting yourself out there in a way that you know people will be attracted to you is possible. It is possible, but it just comes with a change of perspective. The sun is here, so automatically that's telling me that however you're feeling intuitively about whatever your intuition is telling you, just go with it. Because that, I feel like, is going to be what is going to propel you forward through the month. Like, if you and your partner aren't having the best time right now, like if you guys, it could be like a money problem, or it could be like you got a new job, or you guys aren't really seeing each other, something about the scheduling is off, something about probably one of you is like a lot busier than the other, is having the confidence to know that not only can you control what you do in your private life, in terms of like if you are working and you're putting your soul into something, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to ignore everybody around you. Maybe some of you are putting most of your you are probably focused on work more than you are your partner, and this is telling me that you have to, or that, again, when it comes with perspective, it's not like, how do I explain it? It's like, okay, it's not that you can't have your cake and eat it too. If this is making sense, it's not that you can't have it all, have the partner and have the good job and have a stable family, or have, have all this coming to you. It's not that, but it's just that you have to delegate it more responsibly. you have to be more responsible, more practical with how you give your love. Because you might just be giving it more to one thing or one person rather than spreading it out further than you can. And maybe it's important for you to realize your own worth, to realize that the genuine, your genuine individuality, your love, your ability to make other people feel better about themselves, to make other people feel loved, to give that love, that isn't taken advantage of, that you have ownership of that, and that nobody can really take it from you, or steal it from you, because people will try to steal your kindness from you and use it to their own benefit. So with the sun here, again, it's ruled by Pisces in this deck. It's all about taking ownership of that, taking ownership of the gifts that you have, of taking ownership of your love, your desire to love, your ability to love, your ability and your desire to connect with everyone around you, whether it's in just work or if it's in just family. It's not just focusing in on one thing. I'm seeing you having to expand your panorama, to expand that love, to give it, to let it breathe, to let it start new, or to at least have it enter a different phase in which this page of discs here is giving me the sense that in order to do that, there's a lot about yourself that you have to realize. Judgment in reverse, Ten of Wands reverse. Things need to end. I'm getting the sense that you've probably taken on too much burden. The King of Discs is here, so maybe some of you are dealing with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or somebody with Earth qualities. In this deck, the King of Discs is ruled by Taurus, so maybe exclusively a Taurus. Maybe some of you have a lot of Taurus energy in your chart. But I'm getting the sense that there's this push and pull. There's this realization that needs to occur with the fact that this new beginning cannot actually occur until you come to grips or come to terms with something that you've otherwise just sort of been ignorant of. It's something that is requiring you to view it from a different perspective. It's something that also requires you to not be afraid or ashamed about the love and the beauty and your uniqueness either. I feel like that's an important message. And so because of this, it's important to not have illusions, to not bite off more than you can chew, to not take on something that you're not ready for, to not continue investing in a relationship or investing in dealing with a certain type of people where you know it'll get you nowhere. Realizing that that again, your worth, how you feel about yourself, is intrinsically tied to the type of people you attract. So if you aren't walking in your own truth, and if you aren't comfortable with expressing love and also withholding love from people that don't deserve it, the cycle continues. And again, you're pushing, you're Sisyphus, you're pushing the boulder up the hill, only to have it fall back down. You don't want this to be a foolish endeavor. You actually want something here that you are worthy of, that is totally tied to how you are internally. Like, you want to see your values, your passion, your light, your love, just imbued in everything around you. Like, with, if that's like a love partner, if that's like a career that you're very eager to like get into. This is mainly love reading, but I'm also seeing career. There's a few discs here. So maybe like for a lot of you, your work is like, it's sort of tied to your love. It's tied to your worth. Like, you only feel worth something if you're working. Which again, this page of discs upright, the other discs are reversed besides the King of Discs. So it's like, it's time for you to sort of change your way about looking at love that way. Because it's probably counterintuitive to actually being open or being able to receive the love around you that you really want. And so don't make it harder on yourself with the strength reverse. You have more power here than you realize. All it's going to take is for you realizing it. I hope that made sense. And I'm sorry I'm moving all over the place, but it's hard to get comfortable. I'm like down on the floor. Um, yeah, so I hope that makes sense. Because, again, it calls back to that Whispers of Love card, love who you are. So there's your worth shouldn't be tied into your obligations. It shouldn't be tied into how you want to feel about somebody. It's all about you at the end of the day, Pisces. And it's like, you guys are getting this message stronger than everybody else because other signs had similar messages, whether it was like, love yourself first. With you guys, it's going to be, once you dig deep to that part of yourself, it's going to be a part of you that ultimately is going to free you. It's something that you really need to dig deep. And this isn't going to be an easy cycle. You guys have come so far. Like, you guys have worked so hard. You've put in so much effort. You've put in so much work. You're just tired of You're tired of, like, the back and forth. That's what's going on in my head right now. Like, there's this back and forth. Like, you can't reach a conclusion with somebody. Somebody refuses to see you eye to eye. Somebody's still lying to you, just thinking that they can pull the wool over your eyes. And you're at a point now, you're just like, enough is enough. But are you just saying that, or are you actually putting that into work? Are you actually putting effort into that? This Page of Discs is he's ready for you to. You are ready. I mean, Page of Discs is not really a person, but whatever. There's an opportunity here. There is something that is like beating you in the face to like wake you up to see what you can step into if you allow yourself to do so. At the bottom of this deck, which is the Klimt Tarot, is like Golden Tarot of Klimt or something. It's a really gorgeous deck. I got it because it's sort of romantic, but it's also, there's some like severe imagery here too. At the bottom of the deck, we have Judgment in reverse. Again, wow. We have the Chariot, the High Priestess reverse, Four of Wands reverse, excuse me, Knave of Swords reverse, Eight of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Five of Discs reverse, or Pentacles reverse, whatever. So yeah, this is telling me that you need to have the courage, but you also need to allow yourself to not fool yourself into thinking what is or isn't possible. Because I'm getting that there's a tense home situation. You and your partner probably recently moved, or you and your partner, it's just that you guys can't live in the same premises anymore because something about you being with them has been tainted. Something about how you feel about them has been tainted. One of you is more concerned about money than the other. And I'm getting maybe it's the person that you're involved with, but I can also see it for you. You guys are you're working hard on something. Or you need to start putting all of your skill, your ability, your special, personal, passionate gift, Pisces. I feel like that could be a way out. Or some of you are going to put more of your effort, more of your love than you have been in the past. Maybe all of this is just like, well, maybe I've been thinking wrong about my partner. Maybe I haven't wanted to change my perspective or change how I feel about them or change... this could be good or bad, but it's just like maybe you've had like one mindset when it comes to, how you view your partner, how you view a future partner, how you view the people you're dating. And now it's just a sense like, well, do you want things to change or not? Like, do you want things to get better? Do you want things to keep being stagnant? what are you going to do about it? Like, what effort are you going to put in to sort of to make things easier for yourself? That's the biggest message I'm getting here. Ten of Wands reverse, Strength reverse. You got to make things easier for yourself, because I'm not seeing a lot of swords. So this isn't a terribly like mental energy. It's more like physical. It's about your inner worth, how you view your partner, how your partner views you. If you guys are living together, what that's about. If you want some sort of stability in your life with regards to, like, if you want to make enough money, like, probably you feel like insecure, like you can't get a partner because you don't make enough money, or there's something about you that other people won't like. All of this is just telling me that you have to, like, there's something about you that you need to step into, just freely step into, because we have, we have the Sun upright as well as the Chariot. So you can't let there's something about you that's attached to this old pattern of thinking, the I can't thing. Like, things are probably going to be harder if I do this. What if things don't turn out right? It's better for me to just hang on to this because it's easier, because it's all I know. Something about that has got to change completely. So either somebody is going to come in and help you with this Knave of Swords here. If somebody doesn't come in and help you, this could be you just sort of stepping into that energy, releasing some sort of clarity about this addiction that isn't good for you. And again, addiction can be like you're addicted to being in on again, off again relationships. You're addicted to, like, you and your partner are sexually addicted to each other. Somebody's addiction is influencing this a relationship. Somebody might be codependent. I see codependency here, but I'm also seeing with this Five of Discs reverse, it's sort of like looking at it head on and realizing that something here needs to be let go of. Something here needs to be transformed, it being a 5. But you can't fool yourself. This High Priestess is above all this. So it's just like, don't delude your clarity of thought. If you do meet somebody else, or if you are seeing somebody else, this could be a third party. Like, some of you are just like trying to get over this person, or you just got out of a bad breakup with somebody. And you're onto somebody else, but it's just like, maybe they're selling you, they're selling you a fairy tale. And it's like, you've been here before, but it's just like, do you actually want to free yourself of this process and realize that, well, this person might be fun for right now, but they're not going to provide what I actually want. They're not everything I need. And you might try to convince yourself that they are, but that's not the case, because they're not going to provide anything substantial. They might just be sort of this physical manifestation of how this worthlessness, or this feeling about yourself that you've held on for a very long time, Pisces. A way of thinking about yourself that fundamentally needs to change. Because in the end, there's no use in selling yourself short if you know you deserve better. But the thing is, it's like, you have to be willing to step into that, into being comfortable knowing that you do deserve better. That any sort of thoughts that the things people have said about you, the things people have made you feel about yourself, the things that people have instilled in you, they've sort of knocked you down. And it sort of came now with the end of this relationship. If it's not an end to relationship, it's just you dealing with somebody right now who's probably very difficult. Or if you're dating, you're finding the dating scene incredibly difficult because nobody is just meeting your standards. Nobody's coming up to your expectations. So it's just like a waiting game, like waiting for like that special someone to come in. But it's like, I'm kind of getting the sense that hanging on to love isn't the most important thing right now, Pisces. Because compared to all the other signs, it's more like you guys just, it's important to it's more important to focus on the things that matter. Um, that's really if you are sort of in a relationship, or if you're single, or if you're finding like, if you're waiting, if somebody has you on hold, like if you're waiting for somebody, don't do that. I feel like there are plenty of other things you can put your efforts and your love and your soul into, Pisces. Like if some of you have kids, like if you actually have a family right now, it's like maybe you are spending more time dealing with your kids, or dealing with sort of things that have to be taken care of. And you're not, and maybe you do have a really supportive partner. Maybe things aren't ideal right now, but it's like, I see you guys as just very willing to like not pick up the slack, but like take charge and like really, I see you two as working harmoniously together to try to get something finished. Whether you guys are like building a new house, or you're in the process of moving, or, yeah, I'm just seeing this big change. Maybe some of you are actually getting married. But again, finances might be a problem. I'm seeing that. But ultimately, Pisces, what I see mostly is that you've got to reevaluate how much you put into other people, and whether or not it's actually worth it. And I'm seeing a person in particular. We have the Two of Wands. Whoa. Two of Rods reversed in the Hanson deck. So for some of you, it's one person in particular. For others of you, we have the Knight of Pentacles. For others of you, it's just about how you view love in general. It's about how you date. It's about what sort of guys you look for, or girl, or women, sorry. Guys or women you look for. We have the Seven of Cups reverse. And it's like just Page of Cups. Yeah, I don't know. All of these messages have been pretty similar. So that's why I'm glad I decided to do like a love soul reading. I didn't think it'd turn out like this, really. The Fool reversed. But I guess that's sort of what to expect when I use as many cards as I did. The Emperor. But I do see that the message sort of is louder for you guys, Pisces. The last sign was Taurus. Taurus had kind of a similar reading too. Except I felt for Taurus, a lot more was happening. We have the Devil reversed and the Two of Pentacles reversed. And for you guys, it's like not a quick energy. I don't see a lot of fast moving energy. This is more like again, like what I got for Gemini, which for them was like just chill and just think, contemplate, plan your next step. And we have the Three of Wands, Rods in this deck. And at the bottom we have the Death card reversed. So this is a change that it's ongoing as we speak. The Death card reversed, to me, it's like sort of like the Tower reverse. Because really, I only see the Death card as it's like the only major arcana I see that means like one thing, and that is that there is an ending. It is not more complicated than that. But it's like reverse, we might be either resisting it, or again, it's something that's slowly undergoing. It's something that we're working with. So when it comes to where you see yourself now, and where you saw yourself and where you plan to go, it's like you are ruminating. You are trying to figure out how to bring about positive change in your life, positive change in this relationship that's really going to be not transformative, but it's something that you could actually feel, touch every part of it. Because I'm getting for some of you now that you don't feel completed in love. You feel like somebody isn't really validating you, that somebody isn't making you feel loved. making you feel as important as you should. But it's like, are you gonna? It's asking you here. Are you gonna take that? Are you going to allow yourself to just sort of wait for love? Are you gonna wait for somebody to love you back? Are you? That shouldn't exist. Like, either somebody should love you totally unconditionally, or that, excuse me, that you can find it elsewhere. Yeah, this is very similar to what Taurus got. Except for you guys, it's more about that. This is like sort of deep. This is deeper because it's like you have the energies around you. The universe is sort of granting you this open door. And I see some of you are going to take it. Some of you are going to realize, like, well, fuck this. Like, I'm going off to to the best thing. I'm going off to the better thing. I deserve better than second best. And if that's the case, you're really, really, really taking your time. You are really planning this out because you want it to be right. But the thing is, it's like, don't do it because society tells you you should, or like if you feel like obligated to be with somebody, if you're obligated to just sort of fulfill your role in this relationship simply because that's what's been ascribed to you. That's the script that you've had to live up to, that you are supposed to be just the person there that picks up the slack, and that you just give and give and give and give, and somebody just takes and takes and takes because that's all you're used to, and that's because that's what's expected of you. And it's like, do you want to keep living that way? Yeah, for some of you, this is a very specific relationship. And again, if you're single, it's more like you really need to take the time to realize what you fully desire, what you actually want, what you can manifest into this world via a relationship. Like, are you all about just one thing, or are you about several things? It's all about just getting real. And I was gonna say the universe is shifting to help you realize that, but that sounds too sort of like poetic, even for me. But it's sort of like the doors around you are opening in your mind around you. You have the ability to just go out and meet people, go out and realize your autonomy, or just, if you're in a relationship, realize that who's been lacking and who's been prohibiting growth. Why aren't you getting further than where you are? And that's a difficult decision to make. That's going to be a very tough choice to make, because there's something that you don't want to let go of, that is bad for you, but you just can't say no to. But the only way I'm seeing you is trying to overcome that and trying to build a bridge, is to give love, but not to give it naively. Not to give it naively, and to take into account all that you've known, and who you are, and what you can give, and where you can go. And because unless you're able to actually fully answer those questions, unless you're able to be incredibly truthful about yourself with all of that, or if you're at least not able to bounce it off of somebody else and have them help you with this, it's going to be hard to actually see how this love relationship plays out. I mean, I'm just going to say it, like, because again, I'm seeing for a lot of for some of you, I should say, like, you're in a long-term relationship with somebody. If it's not a marriage, if you guys don't have children, if you aren't living together. I mean, I see that specifically. And this is all about, like, if this is a good relationship, if you guys are on solid ground, it's more about, like, it's just really maintaining that, like, taking a few risks. It seems like just being a little less orthodox in terms of your relationship, but also knowing that you guys have come so far that that you guys can take it to another level, take it to a different place. If you're in a relationship that's not really working, it's more like there's something about this person that you can't let go of. There's codependency here, sexual, drug or chemical or whatever. There's something here that's just like, you need this person. You feel like you need this person. But the truth is, the only person you need is yourself. And it's like, are you ready to undergo that? Like, do you want that new beginning or don't you? Do you want, if you're single, it's like, do you want to get rid of these old, tired habits about your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your fiance or whatever? Got to be like this and this, and you got to make this much money and be this tall and drive this kind of car. Is that realistic? That's not love. That's just sort of appealing to aesthetics. That's just like, I don't know what it is, but it's like you can't base love off of such shallow materialistic things. Even, or like their looks. Like if somebody looks good or whatever, it's like, yeah, you can have fun with them, but it's like, don't you deserve more? Isn't there more to that? Isn't there more to what love can offer? So I feel like you guys, so far out of all the readings, you have the most important message to learn when it comes to why things don't feel as good as they should. Or if things are okay, it's like, well, can't they be better? That's what I'm getting. It's like you shouldn't settle for just okay. Here we go. This card is You Are Limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do. Wow. So I don't need to say much after that. Speaks for itself. And have faith. Trust your faith in this situation. So some of you might actually be turning to God or turning to tarot. This is sort of, I guess, faith-based. Or there's something about you that's, listen to your intuition. Listen to your conscience. Go back to the first card. Love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person deserving of all the wonderful things that life has to offer. That pretty much spoke for like half of what I was saying, or like 80% of what I was saying for this reading. It's just that, again, with this death card in reverse, and we also have the world up here in reverse, and we also have the moon in reverse. It's like something about this relationship, something about how you choose to view love, something about you, if you're single, you venturing out into the dating scene again, or like figuring out what you're going to do, or how you're going to pursue love, or how you're going to pursue, any sort of thing that involves love, I guess. Whether you're trying to get married or get a fiance or whatever, it's all the same thing. There's something about you that needs to change. There's something, I can't even explain how deep it is. This is just like a fundamental, like sort of, not paradigm shift, but it's pretty much you literally having to view the situation from a different perspective. The Hanged Man. This is like, I see these cards here as like sort of like, and these cards, they're like really important because it's just like, they're the biggest messages because it's things that we feel but can't see. It's part of ourselves that we're unconsciously aiming for within our soul and also within our spirit, outer spirit. Anyway, you know what I mean. Just that there are these things that we're working toward that we can't really rationally explain, and we have we have this confidence, we have this joy, this beauty within us that we can shine out in a million different ways if we just allow ourselves the time to think about it. If we allow ourselves to realize what we're worth and what we're not, and if we realize that there are some things that we're just not ready for, there are some things that it's just that we just seriously need to walk away from. We need to let go of a certain belief or a certain notion about what we feel like we're deserved and open our eyes up to what we actually deserve. And that comes down to our self-worth. Once we love ourselves, we're able to love everybody else and get the love that we need in order to live. That's how Pisces work. All right, so that is your reading, Pisces. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive. Keep liking my videos. Keep subscribing. I really appreciate it and I really enjoy it. And I will see you guys in March. And happy birthday to any Pisces that has a February birthday. So, yes. Bye.